the blood, the sweat, and the tears of sheroes and heroes, some whose names we know and some whose names we do not know. But I will tell you something, we have been here before. Now the only difference is we got some company, Rev. We got our gay, lesbian sisters and brothers with us this time. We got our Hispanic, Asian, Native American sisters and brothers with us this time. I think Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King said we may not have gotten here on the same ship, but we are in the same boat right now.
In Father Teresa's wine cellar, we believe all oppression is intersectional. And this means our analysis of current events frequently includes discussion of difficult and explicit content. Any combination of the following topics could be included in our show: murder, rape, war, climate change, racism, sexism, violence, sexual violence, homophobic violence, heterocentrism, discrimination and abuse against individuals of nonconformist sexuality, domestic violence, child abuse, child rape, child neglect, elderly abuse, verbal abuse, police brutality, microaggressions, ableism, cyberbullying, genital mutilation, ideological extremism, and people just being total fucking assholes.
All right, and we'll open up on some police fraud. The stuff that, well, we all know is happening. Let's get to it.
Well, Stu, Stephanie, relationships have been strained between some in the community and members of the Virgins Police Department for several years here now, and local leaders are hoping that the end of this investigation can at least be the start to a new chapter in the community.
I hope that people can put this behind us and move forward in a positive way.
Virgins Mayor Lynn Donnelly is glad to see what she says is an exoneration for Chief George Merkel.
Chief Merkel has been a shining example of being a police chief for Virgins.
Attorney General T.J. Donovan closing the case on a review of the chief, accused of logging fraudulent overtime hours. Investigators finding some discrepancies over the last 2 years, but no criminal intent, chalking those issues up to clerical errors.
We found that there was no fraud. If there was mistakes, I think there were honest mistakes and clerical mistakes. And therefore, no crime occurred, in my opinion.
The accusations that started the investigation coming from the Addison County Sheriff Peter Newton, telling NBC5 he now wants a non-police agency to review Merkel's paperwork.
I don't find him credible. I don't find him to be professional. And after what I've seen, I don't believe he wasn't trying to defraud the grants that they're managing.
In a statement Friday afternoon, Merkel calling the accusations baseless, false, and scathing, what he claims to be the result of his department getting federal grants and local patrol contracts over the county sheriff, writing in part, quote, "Thank you to all those who stuck with me during this terrible time and did not lose faith in me or my officers. We will continue to provide the best police services we can to all residents of the city of Virgins."
I mean, Jesus was a white man too, but you know, it's like he was a historical figure. I mean, that's a verifiable fact, as is Santa. I just want the kids watching to know that. Yes. But my point is, how do you just revise it, you know, in the middle of the legacy of the story and change Santa from white to black?
All right, and let me go ahead and mispronounce